Good morning and welcome to Ninja Turtles, the next mutation reactions. I am Fred. If you are new to the channel, glad that you found us. If you are a returning viewer, glad that you're back. We are continuing our journey through the one incarnation of the Ninja Turtles franchise that a lot of people want to forget about, or they want to just mock it for one reason or another because it's like low hanging fruit. But it's a whole other thing if you're doing it like I am. You're sitting down and watching the show in its entirety, which is only 26 episodes, give or take. That there are some, you know, nuggets of goodness in this show. I mean, I the Silver, the the Himalayan ape that has his own gangster crew, in the brightly colored and gorgeous looking suits, is a bright spot. The debut of Dr. Queez is a bright spot. The initial introduction and the threat that was being laid out there for the Dragon Lord was definitely a bright spot. Venus in her character development is a bright spot. But one of the things I've harped on up to this point, I will try not to harp on anymore, is like the over reliance on goofy sound effects at times, which kind of like hinders things. And you can kind of tell where the budget was certainly cut in certain regards. The rank, the Dragon Lords, general minions, it, they're really just dudes in ninja costumes with a unique green, with a green painted dragon-esque like mask, or at least one portion of the mask. But that that aside. But there's also been like an even amount of continuity of sorts, and I'm saying that in particular as it relates to continuity is because the DVD box set, well, no, the four disc set rather, has the episodes in a different order than what they aired originally. For example, this week we're looking. I'm going to be watching commentary, reacting to the episode "All in the Family," which was the seventh episode aired, but in relation to this series of videos, here it's the 10th episode that we are covering. So I'm not sure. Again, I am not sure because there's no documentation anywhere on this. If the DVDs put the episodes in actual production order as what they were filmed in, and like to have the formulation of the story, if the episodes were rearranged to have a better, tighter story, make things more linear and straightforward, or what the case may be. It's kind of like that weird case, like with you look at Star Trek: The Next Generation season one, where the episode Symbiosis aired, was either potentially aired. It was aired after the episode Skin of Evil. Which is funny because Tasha Yar appears in both episodes, but she's killed off in Skin of Evil. So there's that. Daria season 3, as we discussed here on this channel many months ago, where the Daria the musical was pushed up to be the season premiere of season 3, but it was actually an episode intended for the middle of the season, to come back from the spring summerist break. So things happen especially with stuff that was like things that were kind of airing in syndication ish, where sometimes things would be aired out of order. Anyway, anyway, I get me some new pads for these headphones here. Um, again, if you're new here, after we it's like we do the display capture, things are blurred in and blurred out, and we throw that on top of it just so that's CBS, Valcom, Shout Studios, Saban Entertainment don't get mad at us for doing the series. So and also if you're following along, you can load up your own copy and or go on YouTube and find. I think that you can find the series on YouTube unofficially. So All in the Family. Let's go with it. Who's jogging? Who's running? And they're already heading out and about. One thing I do appreciate with the series is that there is a cold open every time, and it does appear that they do change the turtles in the Humvee of who's sitting where at different points in time. They're jogging, they're working out. Okay, so in this, they're going on a jog, and Leonardo is all gung ho on the training. What else is new? Venus doesn't mind a workout. Okay. Venus wants to stay in shape. You can't blame her. Leonardo got jokes. It is interesting that Leonardo is kind of like being seen more in the leader role here, kind of being overly bossy with the training. Michelangelo smells pizza. Donatello smells it too. Tangerines, avocado sauce. Michelangelo, we need we need to have a serious talk, Michelangelo. We need to have a serious talk about the stuff that you're putting on, that you want on your pizza. The nose knows. Michelangelo can smell pizza from like 100 yards away. But how can he smell pizza when they're in the sewer? And it's certainly more of a sewer than anything else. I wonder if it's also this says a redress of the layer. Oh, it's a turtle in a cage. There's something very wrong here. That's actually a good hook. That's a very good hook. It's like, okay, the turtle's going out there training, griping about the jog. Michelangelo's smelling pizza, and they find a turtle in a cage. That's a very effective hook. Like for a cold open, like you. There are episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation that don't have a cold open even half as interesting. Hey, stock footage of the Statue of Liberty. Oh my goodness, there's actually stuff shown during the daytime. How can you tell if it's Kluke? Oh, it's a female turtle. Like, 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 how can she tell it's a turtle? Well, it doesn't have a dick. That's essentially what they said there. Venus telling Mikey, have a split, have a talk with Splinter about the birds and the beads. But Raphael, um, complaining about Venus being there, not wanting to have this other tortoise around is kind of weird. Baby Shell? Okay, so little bit of a bounty hunting. It's like Michelangelo's assumption was pizza. He's trying to snatch damn pizza cheese that's dripping through the grate. Mikey, we need to have a serious talk, sir. Diamond Bone Steel? Okay, this dude, it kind of looks like he should be like a rat king, but he's clearly a hunter. And and a little bit of his personality is clearly Beetle. It's clearly Michael Keaton Beetlejuice inspired. I mean, credit to the actor playing the Simon Bones. Yeah, it's like he's it's definitely inspired by Michael Keaton's portrayal of Beetlejuice. Like green, right? Literally Greenpeace. Oh, and it said turtle vanished, and they were literally staying in the damn room. Yeah, big turtles. Wow, that just actually showed like the lack of intelligence for of the turtles in this series. There, but a hunter going after the turtles is actually it's actually real a really cool concept. Oh wow, it's like literally this turtle is going through it. Wonder if it's a stunt turtle. Oh, um, again, I'm just I'm simply loving this character. I mean, between okay, again, giving them like another antagonist to work off of, and he's unique. Great look, great hair, at least in terms of which is obviously a wig. All right, and the turtle has been turtle napped again. It's always going to be one of those days. As it's night and more stock footage of New York. As a cruise, again, it kind of makes you wonder. It's like I get why they had to stay in one spot there, so this way Simon could see them and like be obsessed with going after them and get the plot moving. But at the same time, it did make the Shell Five a bit to be come across as morons. Like turtle vanish, that means you vanish and get the hell out of Dodge. Yeah, $5,000 for one of the turtles. That's a kind of like a small market. Uh, uh, Interesting there that Michelangelo suggests like get a bucket of ooze to mutate the baby turtle into a turtle, and then Donatello saying it's serious. But Simon was able to catch up with them. Impressive tracking skills. And he's net Venus and Leo. Interesting. Oh, it's an ultrasound flute. All right. But a bit of like a plot twist there, or at least a bit of inconsistency. Simon did put cotton in his ears to negate the sound of the sonic flute that we just blow, but he didn't put the cotton back in. The the facials that this guy is given for Simon Bonesteel, it's actually really good. He has a very expressive face. He's going all in. Boy, did they speed up that footage. I'm really hoping that this character appears in another episode at this point. And great the trust fall. Wow, Leo and Raphael, Michelangelo just lay down some threats. Oh, the turtle is escaping and moving on. He promises he'll be good because yeah, look, if he can't deal with them, he'll get the baby turtle. He'll still get his money for at least that. But just, you know what? When this is done, I want to look up and see who the hell plays him because I'm real curious if he's done anything else because he his facials, his commitment to the character, the voice that he's doing, he is like there's. It's almost like the same thing with Doctor, the actor who played Doctor Queez. Is like the same thing here. Is like the guy playing Bones, is like he's gone all in. It's like Raphael is being a bit too much of a dick in this episode. More so than usual, which I get. It is kind of Raphael's trait in the in the first three live action movies and in the 2003 series. But it's really a strong, like he's being a dick for just for the purposes of being one. Also, one thing I also want to point out here, over the course of the series, they get the timing of the mouth movements for all five turtles are certainly gotten better and more in sync with the dialogue. Because this episode is showing a lot of them talking and a lot of longer shots which have their mouths open and closed as if they are with the pronunciation and enunciation of each word. And this is also an environmental issue talking about baby turtles and stuff. So okay, so this is a bit of an environmental episode in its own way. It's a PSA. I also just noticed something with I'm not sure 100% sure, but it looks like you could see like a bit of a hole in Leonardo's mask, like underneath his bandana, and the upper portion of his, like I think it's his left cheek, or if you will call that a cheek. Again, the face the his facial his how expressive this guy's face is unbelievable. I mean, I was like, I'm absolutely loving it for like for the villain here. Oh, give him back Marguerite. Give him back his gun, man. You know, look, give him back his weapon. Why Venus putting the turtle down again? Alice doesn't live here anymore. That's a hell of a reference. Funny enough, mentioning the Discovery Channel, and as of the day I'm recording this, the Warner Brothers and Discovery are splitting up into two separate companies again. Wait, I kind of wonder. Yeah, the turtles having to get down on all fours is kind of weird. Simon wants to be let go. Untie him. This is them trying. This is them trying to be kind of. It's kind of cute in a way that they're trying to get down to, like, get down to the baby turtles level. But Simon is getting himself untied, and it looks like he's going to reach one of his weapons. Yep, and no one's paying attention to him. So Simon Bonesteel is being presented as being a very competent, silly as hell, and a bit out of his league here with dealing with the turtles. But he is competent. Oh, he's picking up the okay. He has the baby turtle once again. Hey, he makes a point that who they're going to turn him into. They can't exactly give him to the police. Wow, I'm confused by the dialogue here. You, you as in you, me and me was like you is you, and he is he, and I am me. All together, we're all together. Cuckoo, cuckoo. There's a lot of double talk happening here. Wow, they are overworking his brain. They're just totally confusing him. Yeah, everybody hates them. Them are evil. Oh, they literally talked him into giving them the turtle. Yeah, the realization. Bonesteel, go after them. Yeah, you as in you, me as me, them as in them. Oh, but I don't like them. He just realizes it. He he got negged, Bugs Bunny style. And there are holes a little bit underneath the bottom portion of the mask. It's like depending on the camera is shot, you can actually see it. There's like a bit underneath the bandanas and the bottom portions of the heads. Okay, they turn the turtle in. You are a person, Raphael. Yes, Splinter. We know you sell some baby turtles. It's gonna be fun. And Raphael is all for like going on one-on-one again with Simon. But he likes fruit pizza, so it's like he's not all bad. I mean, again, as an introduction to a villain, of someone who is clearly intended to be a reoccurring antagonist, that they they've really done all. They've really gone on out with him. He's silly. He's funny. Again, I do like he's very expressive. I mean, it's like who played him? Scott McNeil. Okay, an actor named Scott McNeil played Bone Steel. All right, I need to know. I need to know. Uh, exactly. Did he do who? How? Who or what has he done? Okay. All right, Scott McNeil has had roles in Dinobot, Rat Trap, Wasp. Okay, he's done the voices of Dinobot, Rat Trap, Waspinator, and Silverbolt in Beast Wars Transformation, Koga and Inuyasha, and the original English voice of Piccolo from the Dragon Ball franchise. He's also worked on Shadow Raiders, The Flash, King Arthur and the Knights of Justice reboot, Zoids, Fusers, Transformers, Beast Machines, Dragon Ball Z, Stargate SG-1, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Transformers, Armada, Bucky O'Hare and the Toad War, Dragon Tales, Ronin Warriors, Transformers Energon, Falling Skies, X-Men Evolution, Mobile Suit Gundam, Transformers Cybertron, and Supernatural. Jeez. This dude. Okay. Scott McNeil just basically just stole the show there. Without question. I so again, because the character of Bone Steel, it, okay, it's straight up an impression of Michael Keaton's portrayal of Beetlejuice, in to a very large degree. Clearly, it's there. With the way he was speaking and the voice that he was putting on, it's clearly there, and the how expressive the face was, and the little ticks and movements and things. I'm just I could safely say without question Simon Bonesteel of the antagonists debuting so far in this show. He's Dr. Queez was impressive in his own right, but Dr. Queez is clearly not an action like a villainess. Silver, pretty cool in his own right. The Dragon Lord, cool in his own way. Like they all have like different individual traits, but you can almost see like the other villains. Well, obviously Dr. Queez is associated with the Dragon Lord and the Rake and all that. The Rake and the Rank. Yeah, I can't talk. Like you say sabotage, I say Yeah. Anyway. Uh, but Bone still comes across as a being very competent. Not mentally all that bright though, but he clearly is a skilled hunter. He's a skilled tracker, and he was able to literally go he was able to get the one up on get one up on the turtles at different points in time over the course of this episode, as it to show that yeah, he's a threat. He has gadgets, he has weapons. I mean, it's like looking at him is like you could say, oh, he would make a great looking rat king, but making him like a big game hunter, like a Craven hunter, like you know Craven from Marvel is really is is phenomenal, and looks like without giving myself spoilers, but it does certainly appear that the character will be back, and also at the timing of the recording of this video, as you probably saw at the bottom here, it's like Fel Kimchi just added some serious flavor to my streams over on Twitch with a resub. So big shout out there to Fel Kimchi for resubbing to my Twitch channel, and I encourage you all to come over to my Twitch channels as well. I tend to stream 7 nights a week. Uh, let's see. Yeah, this was a very this was a great episode. It's a real fun episode. I didn't like the way how Raphael came across a bit of a dick for not wanting to help out a turtle, a baby turtle that was literally going to be turned into an ashtray. It's like Raphael does not come across well here. And matter of fact, most of the male turtles don't. Michelangelo, a bit too much of an idiot, was his obsession of pizza. Leonardo gets a little bit fell into his bit of a stereotype of what we often associated with him as being the gung ho leader, at least with training, as seen at the beginning of the episode. Donatello was probably the most even keel of the core four, and of course Venus being insistent. And I was like, yes, they gotta help the baby turtles. Like the baby turtle was caged; it was clearly hunted and caged, and it was going to be sold. So, so that falls in line with her character. But circling back to Raphael, his entire thing of not wanting to help the turtle, where he literally says that they already had one female already, not so much cramping their style, but like one female turtle already at the layer or in the group, is like that was a bit unneeded in my opinion, and does Raphael no favors. And I will have to also point out and again I touched on it when it was brought up as I was watching the episode. Michelangelo suggesting that, hey, where's a bucket of ooze, and they can mutate the baby turtle into a full grown, turtle like the rest of them. Well, not so much full grown. Who knows how old it will be, or it and whatnot. But Donatello thing is like mutation is no joke. It's like it kind of makes you wonder in between like stuff that happened prior to the series with the Foot Clan and stuff, and since there is a loose connection to the live action movies, did they run into? Well, obviously, Silver is a mutated ape from the Himalayas, but did they run into other mutations and stuff like? The door is kind of open there. Does like they ran into other mutations before, because the Rake and the dragons are from the Dragon Realm. They're not mutants. Uh, and Dr. Queez is aware of genetic mutations and so forth. So we know that. So they're so it raises questions prior to the events of the first episode of prior to East meets West Part 1. The Turtles were obviously dealing with the Foot Clan. Is Toka and Razor canon in relation to the next Mutation series? That's that's a wonderful question to have here. And I also want to take one more look at the Scott McNeil's credits here. It's like he's appeared on numerous things. He was Captain Harlock in a Duke Galaxy Express 999. Some of his Dragon Ball characters: Majin Buu, Piccolo, Android 16, Dr. Brief, South Kai. That's. But where was it in terms of films? There's live action roles. That's what we want to see. Because okay, he was on the Flash, and that was the original Flash series. He played Julius, and like the live action in the first Flash series, the one with the one that aired in like 1990, 1991. He appeared in Highlander the series. Stargate SG-1. He played like a Keflin, a townsperson. Who was he on My Little Pony? Oh, he was Flim Flam. He's Flim. I'm Flam, the Fabulous Flim Flam Brothers. Oh, he also did. He also did voices on Mummy's Alive, Mucha Lucha. Who was he on Reboot? Oh, he was Hack. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just fascinated here, like looking at this guy's. And he also was the voice of Wolverine on in X-Men Evolution. And in terms of video games, what else does Scott McNeil do? Because I play a lot of video games. He's done a lot of stuff in the Warhammer series. Voice of Koga in several Inuasa's games. He has supplied voices for a couple Dynasty Warriors games. And was also on Barbie Horse Adventure Riding Camp. Alrighty, so that all aside there. We'll wrap this up here. Thank you very much for watching. Tighten your friendship bracelet. Stay safe. Like, comment, subscribe if you're so inclined, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, folks.